Hey, welcome back to the Big Ranch Show. Thank you for joining me. Now, today we're going to talk about Ukraine, Russia, and what it means for the United States. Now, Russia has a long history with Ukraine, all the way back to the Soviet Union, the USSR, and ever since Ukraine got their independence from the Soviet Union, Russia has been trying to get them back, especially since Vladimir Putin took over in about, what was that, 2000, I think it was. Now, Vladimir Putin's a former KGB operative, high ranking official there. And so, and for years he has pined for the days of yore, I guess you could say, and a rise of the former Soviet Union. He wants the Soviet Union to return. Whether or not they call it the Soviet Union or not isn't the point. What it is he's trying to influence the nations around him to be pro-Kremlin and support him and do his bidding. That's what he wants, and many of the countries around there are de facto controlled by Russia. If you look at the people that have been installed or put into power around the areas that used to be the Soviet Union. But what we have now is Russia amassing large numbers of troops on the Ukrainian border to retake what? Ukraine as a whole? Maybe just the Russian-speaking areas there? If you remember, they did this before, and they invaded the Ukraine. They took Crimea right before the Sochi Olympics. Nobody said anything to them. Nobody banned them from anything. They still got the Olympics. And the worst that the U.S. did with the Obama administration were some economic sanctions that didn't do jack diddly squat to Russia. Maybe to the people, but not to the government, not to the military. So basically, we appeased them. We said, here you go, you can have it. Much like Europe did when Germany took Poland. Oh, you can have it. That's okay. But that's not okay. But it seems that is happening again. But this time, President Biden says he is not going to stand for such. They will not stand for the invasion of Ukraine or propping up another, some kind of puppet being installed by the Russian military in Ukraine to run Ukraine. But that's exactly what they are trying to do. Here's the problem, though. The president of Ukraine, the leader there in Ukraine, who has been relatively pro-Western, pro-U.S., in his policy, is now saying that don't worry about it. We shouldn't provoke them. But the thing is, he's basically telling our president not to send help, which we've sent some troops. Apparently, we're sending troops currently to parts of Eastern Europe. That's what we're trying to do anyway. But here's my thing. The Ukrainian president does not want our help. He has said publicly many times that we just need to back off. So why are we sending them help? Why would we send help to Ukraine when they don't want it? Why would we risk the lives and the blood of our own troops to protect Ukraine when they don't want it? Now, it's brought to my attention that it's very possible that the president of Ukraine is telling Joe Biden something different than he's telling publicly. And we will see if the transcripts are released for their last conversation. But from the reports, the Ukrainian president was telling him then we need to stop with any rhetoric towards Russia and not worry about it, basically. That Russia is not going to invade them, blah, blah, blah. But why are we going to go be their policemen? Why are we going to go there and possibly, spark a larger scale war with Russia if they don't want our help? I understand it's a humanitarian thing in a lot of respects, that we need to be there for other countries that need our help, that we can't just let Russia have control of things that aren't theirs. But at the same time, I don't believe we should let our troops be killed or maimed to fight a country and defend a country that does not want our help. If the Ukraine wants to be run over by Russia, let them. Don't send our troops over there. We don't need another war. We sure as hell don't need another war. Now, I had a different opinion a few days ago before I saw what the Ukrainian president was telling Joe Biden. But once I started hearing reports about that, my opinion changed very quickly. At first, I thought we needed to defend Ukraine. But we don't. They don't want us to. We shouldn't. And that's really all I have to say about it when it comes to my opinion on the matter. But the facts are there are troops in Russia, from Russia amassing on the border of Ukraine as we speak. Bigger and bigger every day. They're sending more machinery, more artillery. They're sending more medical stuff like blood and other medical equipment that you would really only see for a battlefront. Russia claims they are not going to invade. But why are they there if they're not looking to invade? Why are they amassing their entire military on the Ukrainian border if they are not looking to invade and take over the entire nation? The Ukrainian military isn't going to be able to stop Russia. They won't be able to stop Russia unless we intervene. But if they don't want our help, don't give them our help. Anyways, thanks for watching. This has been The Big Rant Show. I'll see you down the road.